When God gives you a vision, he never shows you the plan.
Right.
If God showed me the plan, showed me all of the hard work that I had to do behind the scene, I more than likely wouldn't have started this journey. And if you don't know, I'm getting ready to let you know that this vision came to me out of a dream. And if it wasn't for that dream, I wouldn't be here, because all of the blood, the sweat, the tears, the figuring it out, everything. And now we're here at this moment. And now I feel like I'm on assignment and we have a point to prove. We are on a mission and we are here to do God's work.
Yes. Clap for yourself, Charles. You're not following directions.
Hey, I was thrown off.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You ready to go? Bring it in.
So am I supposed to be talking right now? Oh, well, welcome to Big Dog Talk Season 2. You heard? I'm sorry. I'm really nervous right now.
It's okay. Welcome back to Season 2 of the Big Dog Talk podcast. It's your girl, Big Shay.
And it's your boy, Big Charles. How y'all feeling today? Babe, you look nice.
Thank you. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know why. We've been podcasters for a little bit.
But not just with Charles and Shay.
No.
Big Charles and Big Shay.
Absolutely. I know they missed me, though.
No, they miss me.
They've been hearing you on Motivational Mondays for about 6 weeks now.
That's true.
And I've been hearing that they've been wondering where I was at.
So where you been?
I've been just in the cut, just waiting for my opportunity to come on here and do my thizzle.
So first of all, I want to rewind it before you do your thizzle. You never do the intro before me unless I let you.
I'm your wife, and I'm always here to help.
Right. So
I was helping and supporting you.
Wait.
Run it back.
Welcome back to Season 2 of Big Dog Talk Podcast with your boy, Big Charles.
And your girl, Big Shay, is definitely in the building.
And we are back better than ever.
Yes, we are.
I'm feeling my juices kicking in now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like tapping into that God energy.
Let's get into it.
You're looking lovely, though. How you feeling today, baby?
I'm feeling good. I mean, just, kicking it back into Season 2, there's been so much going on behind the scenes.
Like what?
Like you, as your wife, watching you manifest where we are today in this moment, watching you, your blood, sweat, and tears behind the scenes navigate, watching you pray and ask God to bring the right people in place to make this day right here come to fruition. I feel a little bit emotional because, there were times when I felt helpless as your wife, but I knew the vision that God gave you almost 2 years ago, and all I could do was just sit back and pray, knowing that God was going to do exactly what he said he was going to do. And he did it. I mean, look at us. Don't we look good?
I'm grateful.
Don't we look good?
I'm grateful because when God gives you a vision, he never shows you the plan.
Right.
And if God showed me the plan, showed me all of the hard work that I had to do behind the scene, I more than likely wouldn't have started this journey. And if you don't know, I'm getting ready to let you know that this vision came to me out of a dream. And if it wasn't for that dream, I wouldn't be here, because all of the blood, the sweat, the tears, the figuring it out, everything. And now we're here at this moment. And now I feel like I'm on assignment and we have a point to prove. We are on a mission and we are here to do God's work.
Absolutely.
So what can the people expect from you, Big Shay?
Well, they know me a little bit. I mean, I'm Big Shay. They know they're going to get raw. They're going to get authentic. They're going to get funny. They're going to get sing-alongs. But I will say in this interim of, taking a break, that I'm already a better version of who I was 4 months ago.
So you're not the same?
Oh, no. There's no way I can be the same person that I was 4 months ago, because I'm always doing the work.
Unlearning and relearning.
Always doing the work. Always navigating through life to be better.
Well, for Big Charles, I can tell you this. Now that the podcast is exactly how God showed me it should be, I've been able to focus all of my energy on me. If you don't know about me, Big Charles has a mission and a passion to teach people how to tap into that infinite God energy, that divine power that's already on the inside of us. I am here on a mission to help to heal and build, to help unlearn and relearn, and to teach people how to be the best version of themselves. If you don't know about me, you're going to know now that I love to study. I love to go and get to do my own research, and I love to bring it back, and hopefully that you will be able to use it and apply it to your everyday life. And it should, if you apply it, it will elevate you.
One thing that if they don't know, that they will know, is that you and I are actually opposites. So while you're in the cut studying, I'm probably somewhere looking for some fun to get into, to lighten up our lives, to lighten up the mood, to enjoy this journey called life.
For example,
let the people know
how I was studying last week. Getting ready to prepare Motivational Mondays.
That was so good.
But you were downstairs twerking in the kitchen and cooking me some food.
How was the food, though?
No, we're talking about that. How opposite we are.
How was the food?
But if it wasn't for you, the food was delicious.
There you go.
But if it wasn't for you, I honestly could say that you brought the life into my life. I would be a person just on a mission and just ready to do God's work. But my wife, she brings the better me and allows me to be my authentic self. Because I do believe that all of us have different versions of us.
Right.
And a lot of times we put on these masks because we don't trust everyone to be our most vulnerable selves. So when you came into my life, you gave me the safe space to be my vulnerable self. You were able to allow me to be me. So I'm ready to share some authenticity to the people.
Yep.
Some secrets, some gems, some doggy treats. And we're going to tap in. We're going to have a fun time, though. I guarantee that.
I mean, and for me, like what you just said, like I like to bring the fun. This is very true. But there has been, I'm almost 44 years old. And I haven't always been the person that I wanted to show up to the world, if that makes sense, right? So I wasn't always able to be authentic, to keep it real. That took a lot of work. That took a lot of digging into myself and figuring out who I really was and really showing up, not really caring if people judge me, if they like me, if they didn't like me. Like none of that matters to me anymore. I really don't care what people think. So that allows me to operate consistently in my true self. And so when I say I bring the fun, I think that that's necessary because the energy and the spirit that I want to bring into the room is that people can truly be who they are.
Right.
And not have to cover up anything, but operate in true, authentic transparency as we journey through this earth.
So for our new listeners, though.
Yes.
Who are you? Who is Big Shay? For the new listeners, where are you from? Like, what's up? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, for those that don't know, I'm from the concrete jungle. I'm born and raised in Harlem, New York, 140th and Lenox, where you at, right? By way of California. I'm an almost decade entrepreneur. I don't really like to talk education because those are things that we acquire along our journey. But who I am, I'm a person that's passionate about my family. I'm passionate about showing up every single day as Big Shay. I'm passionate about making life fun. Like life is going to throw you a lot of hooks. Life is going to throw you a lot of hills and a lot of valleys. But I'm real passionate about finding like happiness in each moment, even when you're feeling down.
Right.
I'm passionate about, making sure that, my family is close, making sure that I'm passionate about education. Like if you want to know anything about me, like I'm a big supporter of education. I'm a big supporter of children. Mm-hmm. I'm real passionate about children and child development. Hence, that's the field that my business is in. And I'm ultimately like just a real passionate person in general. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think that anything that I do it with passion. I'm big on execution. I'm big on getting things done. I'm big on seeing people be successful in their businesses. And hopefully my hope is my prayer is that I can translate some of those things, but other things in season 2 of BDT as well.
Nice. So for me, I'm Big Charles. I'm born and raised in Waveland, Mississippi, in a small hood called Middletown. My father and my mother. My father, I'm a preacher's kid. My father's a preacher. My mother was a first lady, but I grew up in the church, but I also was born and raised in the hood. If that means anything, I will be in church on Sundays, and I also will be fighting with my best friends on Monday. You know, so if you hear any soul in my voice, that's how I was raised. And if you hear any, street in my voice, that's how I was raised as well. But if you ask me who I am, I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on assignment. I'm a husband. I'm a father. Most of all, I'm a servant. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to really, really serve you. I have a passion to see people enjoy life at their optimal level. There's a saying that I go by, and it says, and it's actually quoted by Henry David Thoreau. It says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life that you've always imagined. And I believe I'm here to help guide you to your destiny, to help guide you into your gifts, which are all tapped on the inside of you. My number one job is to make sure every time that you listen to this podcast, every time, you are better than you were yesterday. If you do not leave this podcast feeling better, feeling inspired, feeling motivated, feeling like you want to become your optimal self, I have not done my job. And I'm okay with you sending me messages on my in a DM on Big Dog Talk podcast, and it's IG Big Dog Talk _ podcast. If I do not do my job to make you feel better, to challenge you to be better, and listen, me challenging you, it may not feel good at times, but I want you to discern my heart, because I do believe that social media, that we have there's a facade out there that everyone is really for the people. I'm asking you to discern me, and you tell me if I love you like I say I do, because I'm going to go and put in this work. I'm going to go get more tools, more resources, more information, and I'm going to bring it back to you. First of all, I'm going to apply it to my own life first. Then I'm going to bring it back to you in the hopes that you have the courage and the strength to apply and elevate your life as well. But I didn't tell her, we have 3 children.
We do.
We've been married for almost 12 years.
Going on 12 years.
Together 16 years.
Good job.
You're making me answer all of these questions.
Good
and
job.
I think you should cut me off sometime because I'm not trying to be in the dog
We
house.
also just celebrated, our eldest daughter just graduated from college. Shout out to Prairie View. She graduated from an HBCU, and we are extremely proud. She graduated debt-free. She graduated magna cum laude with honors, and we could not be more proud of that accomplishment. Hence, me saying that we're really passionate about education. That's the fruit of our labor as it relates to being passionate about education.
Listen, you guys are going, what you guys can expect from us, man, we're going to talk about faith. We're going to talk about family. We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about fitness. We're going to talk about freedom. We're going to talk about mental health, self-development, self-awareness, being accountable, being autonomous, being able to govern your own life. We have a plethora of things, and it's also going to get juicy. We're going to talk about some yeah with the yay.
Listen, if you have your wife on the podcast, I'm going to let the people know everything that you just said. That's definitely what we're going to talk about. But to have me sitting beside you, it's going to get spicy sometimes. So sometimes I will bring the spiciness and
like
I will
gossip,
lighten
probably.
it up. No, I don't think it's gossip. I think that there's things that happen,
Did you see what happened on Instagram?
There, and I think it brings great conversation. It brings great conversation that can definitely, bring high level conversation to situations that may be looked at as like low vibrational.
So, like for instance, like the other night when I was trying to read and you had me watching Bad Boys of was that LA or something? I was really trying to read.
So
and
you just
study.
you starting already?
I'm just saying those are the type of conversations that you're gonna bring in.
I'm gonna bring some reality TV drama. Yes, I am. Yes, don't worry. I'm bringing it for the girlies. I'm bringing it. Yep.
Nobody want to hear that.
Bad Boys Houston is what you're referring to.
I thought we were here to teach the people how.
We will teach them, but we're gonna be multifaceted on this thing. Okay?
Multifaceted. Listen.
On this thing, yes.
Listen.
This is why I'm here.
This is why you are here.
This is why I'm here.
Because you guys probably would get tired of hearing me talk.
And
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
They would.
And I understand if you're gonna be entertained, you should be entertained by this lovely, pretty, beautiful lady who have the brightest smile in the world.
Thank you.
Why are you sitting with an attitude like that?
I'm just saying, I just want them to know that there's going to be some dynamic up here. Okay? There's going to be some dynamic.
So what are you saying? I'm not like fun or entertaining?
I think that you're fun.
I could be funny.
I think you can be fun. You can, but I do think that, this is your joint, and you are very passionate about motivating and inspiring and educating people. And I think that that's absolutely top priority. But I'm thinking if I was a listener, I would need that a little bit broken up sometimes. So that's why I'm here.
No, all right. Okay, listeners. Old listeners, new listeners. So
the old listeners, they already know.
Y'all know. So what you guys are going to see, a softer side of Big Charles as well. You're going to get the message. My wife and I, we may debate, but it will never be an argument.
Well, the beauty of it is that a lot of times we don't agree as husband and wives.
Right.
There's a lot of topics that we discuss just in our personal time, and we do not agree a lot, and it can get sticky.
That's because I'm the one that's always right, and you really don't admit when I'm right.
Yeah. So get into that season 2.
Would you be honest about that?
Get into that season 2.
Listen though, honestly, would you be honest that I'm mostly right?
Charles.
Most of the right?
No. You're not mostly right. No.
Would you be honest though?
You're not mostly right.
Okay.
How does that even sound? I'm mostly right.
Like 95.
That's part of your problem.
95% of the time.
See, for the old listeners, you guys know Big Charles. You guys know that he always thinks that he's right. And so I'm here with just the two of us to really bring some balance to this podcast. So next.
Anyway, if y'all tune into season 2, and I know you guys will.
And yes, I do have attitude.
You have big attitude.
I do.
So what do you think that's going to give out to the people, to the listeners?
This is a dynamic between a husband and a wife.
I want you to be yourself because I want the people to judge you. I want the people to see how...
I'm not here to just sit pretty. I'm here to, move my hands and say my things and do all the things. That's what I'm here to do.
All the things.
All of them.
And I come to give that big dog energy, that God energy.
Yep.
And I guarantee you that you guys will not be wasting your time listening to the Big Dog Talk podcast. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to giggle. We're going to turn up. We're going to do it all. We're going to talk about personal things. We're going to have fun. I guarantee you.
So this question might not relate to you because you've actually been doing Motivational Mondays. But for me, what I've missed mostly about being on the mic is podcasting for me is a form of therapy, Right.
Oh, I like your shirt, by the way.
Yes, therapy is always in session. And, one thing about me is that sometimes I hold things in instead of talking through them and processing them. And so one of the things that I've learned about myself from being a podcaster is that this is definitely a space that's therapeutic for me, that helps me to express myself, helps me to have conversations, helps me to think in a different way, where if there's something that I believe in, something that I'm passionate about, then it really elevates my thought process to really communicate that effectively to the listeners and to my fellow co-host, my husband, this time. So I'm excited to be back on the mics, just to talk things out, to have that dialogue, to, open that part of me back up. And like the shirt says, therapy is always in session.
Anything else you want to tell the people? Am I missing anything? You want to ask me any questions? Let me know.
Yeah, I do want to ask you. So I want to know from you, since you've been, really working behind the scenes to bring this day into fruition, what is one thing that you're looking forward to in season 2 of the Big Dog Talk podcast?
What I'm looking forward to? I am looking forward to being able to give you guys some jewels and being able to connect with some new people all over the world. I'm looking forward to the messages and the comments letting us know that you guys are enjoying the podcast. You guys are taking tools and applying them to your life. I'm looking forward to people becoming better.
Right.
So does that simplify it?
Yeah, but where can they? So I want to give you a big shout out too, because in the interim, you've been really growing.
Right.
The Big Dog Talk Instagram page.
True that.
You currently have
over 60,000 followers.
Over 60,000 followers on Instagram. And I just think that that's amazing, because I really think that it's the fruits of your labor. to have that many followers, it's not about, oh, I have 60 plus followers, but you
Right.
have an audience now that is paying attention to you and paying attention to the content that you're putting out there, which is all for self-improvement.
Right.
And so I think that it's awesome that now we get to kick off season 2 with 60 plus 1,000
with my best friend.
followers on Instagram. And the goal and the hope is to translate those people from Instagram over to listeners of the podcast or
Right.
viewers on YouTube of the podcast. So I'm just grateful that, you've expanded, the audience and the reach in the interim, which just is growing the brand essentially.
So since we're handing out compliments,
Right.
I want to thank you for, behind the scene, you saw how hard it was. You know everything that I had to go through.
Yes.
You know every single thing I had to go through. Days that I would be weeping and crying, thinking I can't do this anymore.
Definitely feeling like you wanted to give up.
I had it in my back pocket, the thought of giving up.
Oh, I know.
But to have my wife supporting me, telling me you can't give up, you got to keep going. The people they need what God has inside of you, and for you to keep motivating me and to be that source of inspiration and giving me the courage to keep going. I just want to simply say I thank you, I reverence you, I appreciate you, because we're here now.
Yeah,
And again, I have a point to prove.
you do.
I'm on a mission.
Yep.
I'm talking about from everything I went through in the past all the way into the present.
Yep.
I'm here to do God's work.
One of the things that I love the most about you is that even in those moments where you just felt like, you know what, forget this. Forget it. I'm going to take a break. One thing I know about you is that you always hold tight to God's promises.
Have to.
And as your wife and, you the leader of our family, I have 100% trust in your vision and the things that you say that God has shown you to bring forth for not just your family, but this is for the world.
True.
And so in those moments that I felt like you were low, even though my stress and my anxiety came from not being able to make it better, because I knew that it was going to be okay, but I knew that you just needed to trust the process. And I think that that's what I told you, like, just trust the process. Trust the process. And with you trusting the process, here we are.
And here we are.
Here we are.
A man on a mission with a vision.
Here we are.
Anyway, should we end it right now?
I mean, this is just a little snippet. This is all we wanted to give the people today, was just a little snapshot of what to expect with our dynamic for season 2.
Season 2. So at the end of the day, you guys, we thank you for your support.
Yes.
Y'all tune in next week, next time, Tuesday, for Big Dog Talk with Big Charles and Big Shay.
Yes. Every Tuesday. Wherever you listen to your podcast, that's where you can catch Big Dog Talk podcast.
You have a personal Instagram?
Oh, yeah. My personal Instagram is blackmagic369.
And my personal Instagram is I am Charles Hawkins III. And you guys should want to follow me because I'm special, really special.
Okay. All right. And just like that, welcome back to season 2.
Let's go.
We have some good stuff coming for you guys.